it was on my old YouTube
And-
channel that
and
Chris McKenzie
so-
Jones,
so
who's
can I
freedom
touch
publisher,
on the lights?
he didn't like when I was putting evidence out that he think all his lies. So he's the guy that actually took down my previous 2 YouTube channels.
Oh yeah,
So
they all
but
have
Illuminati came up with
very
that, and if I remember right, the girl wasn't even
it
19, she was
appears to
17.
be white
And
men
what's happening on platforms? How is he like privately
bots.
stalking IRL?
Yeah, I've said it many times. Many of them appear to be women haters. You know, it reminds me of a show that was called The Little Rascals. That this little group of children have women haters club. And it's like the way they treat women. You know, who's Spanky, who's Alfalfa, who's Froggy. Well, we know who Froggy is. That's
He said, you know, in the statement, 17 was, you know who Froggy is. But yeah, so I knew she was,
and you even got a buckwheat in there once in a
and a
while.
lot of people, you know, noticed classify him and say he's a pedo. We agree he's not, because 17, I think he's a pedo. Because people are so brutal on social media.
And he's hatred is just many questions. When he talks to Missy,
Wait a minute, I'm the one that told Liz you can't actually call her pedo.
Is he real back to hanging with
I
both
said
of
the
them
same
now?
thing about
'Cause
clown. The one
I
that
know
get
for a
away.
while there was a falling out.
yeah,
There
well,
was-
he apologized for calling out Archer too. Like he was 29 in public, 11 years old. So, you know, on a platform, like me understand, she was
Extension of Thomas's gun. That's 100% true. Folks got involved because of Thomas and for Thomas. And then since the FBI is well aware of Thomas's tactics and strategy, they can give him testimony.
So he apologized to the women as well as to
Poor Thomas because that happened. We're not happening.
and I haven't seen him
You
since.
damn well
I don't know why he doesn't
know.
go
Get
on
involved.
Jesse.
Colleen Copard.
Why doesn't he go on?
I don't
He was
know.
having
Where,
great streams there for a while.
Damn
yeah,
well.
where's Coco? Last I saw Coco, he dropped his sandwich that he spent. So, but there was,
And also,
if I recall, that night,
which Thomas, you know, claims you guys lying to the FBI that,
Will.
you know, when you hand over the source of kind of evidence for who's the truth, you're not lying to the FBI. They all got really nervous when I posted the little FBI thing.
So-
And Thomas, for some reason, thinks that was an old interview with the FBI from years and years ago. Which is kind of funny because that FBI investigation and that conversation.
hopefully
that
Thomas is
FBI guy,
okay. I know it really bothers
as well as several others. So that was less than 375 days. I haven't seen that. I'm saying that right now, first on your show, by the way.
didn't know
It was less than a year ago. So any of you idiots that think
that. I know him and Will, you know,
Jesse filed an
he
IC3.
was trying to,
I filed an IC3 less than a year ago.
Will,
And the FBI contacted me in less than 24 hours because of what put in my
he's
eyes.
been, to be honest,
And I had a
Will,
long
not only,
conversation
not only purposely trying to ignore the point
I wanted to be there.
but
There was a lot that
he as well.
haven't seen.
He was over
And
the
that's
other.
what kind of launched all of this stuff. So that's when I decided to say, fuck you, I'm done playing this game with you. And no matter what, I was going to stop you from doing what you're doing.
I was waiting for him to name that. That's why Academy and
That's
Thanks, Layla. You fucking ruined it, Layla.
well, it's Mitch.
Will didn't say anything
Driving the witch, and
about it. Will laughed.
I can tell he doesn't
Much
have
as
to
I
talk.
don't like Will, for fuck's sake.
I'm just reading
So
some of it.
there's a real like fork in the road between, you
All
know,
the shit that's happened out
yeah,
here.
go for it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the
Yada,
chats
yada,
here.
yada.
You know, between
Up back.
Jilly's hilarious. Where's her
Right now, that's what
comments?
we're
Let
trying
me
to
have
do
a
through the
look.
legal
Sorry, I'm
network
just smoking.
with your LARP suit.
Hanging out the
So
door.
yeah, it's for those that want
Thanks
to.
We
for
didn't even
joining,
involve
Jesse.
police,
Means a
we'll
lot.
have FBI.
Seeing that, oh yes, there you go. This one.
This is YouTube.
Say, oh, that's an old left in.
I'm
That
gonna
was
read it out.
less than a year ago.
Seeing those
Last
two
year,
as the main
2025.
ones.
And not only was the FBI involved and are involved, but so is the DOJ. And you kept fucking around, Thomas, even though Pavana and myself and several others were what the DOJ said in the letter, you know, we were like protected witness.
Jesse's gonna keep fucking around.
I guess that's kind of
Fucking
true though,
around.
Jelly. I
And
mean,
Daniel's gonna keep fucking around. And Terry's gonna keep fucking around with me. Trying just to fill the
Thanks, Jessie. I really appreciate it.
And I'm gonna say, I am telling y'all, fuck around and find out.
Investigation against you? You're fucking around. Now you're finding out. That's the interesting part. I kept saying the fuck around part's over. Now it's time to find out.
Second Susan file
That's
in
what
Wayne County, Michigan. The next hearing, I guess, is scheduled for April 1st. At this point, unless he files, more silliness trying to extend the time out again. But it should be an interesting hearing, and it should be fairly short. I did find it interesting, so I told these people that are worried book board and Lisa got dismissed out of that Wayne County case originally. He filed a third suit in federal court,
Wow.
and the federal judge
And there's a
actually,
lot more names.
let me see if I can maybe
maybe
look at it so that I'm on target with it. I don't want to say something out of line here. But the fact,
Every star a hell cry, a distant beat of what has never been alive, yet never dead, never dead. You only see yourself reflected in a language you no longer recognize, no longer recognize. Or what you see when you don't look. It's not emptiness, not emptiness. It's the interval, vibrating, vibrating, shaped by unseen presences. Unseen! Unseen! You are a broken line! Broken line!
Started off tiny little shit like that.
Seeking me meaning that has no form. No form! No form! No form! No form! No form! The sky has no form! Left to fade so we gain! No form! Pulse in the void, feel the nothing sing! Heartbeat of absence, let the silence ring! We dance on the fracture, we fall through the seam! Words of the regress in a laser beam! Those watching, only movement, only movement. Homicide tribe! Homicide tribe! Homicide tribe! Homicide tribe! You are the echo that forgot its origin. A waveform collapsing into observation. The watcher and the watched dissolve into one trembling question. Why does the nothing insist on being seen? The interval breathes between heartbeats, between stars, between thoughts, between you and you. Galaxies unwind like forgotten code. Every black hole a throat swallowing light. You chase the edge, but the edge chases you in recursive mirrors of endless night. No center, no border, no final shore. Just motion disguised as war, as love as pain. As love. Feel the vibration in the spaces between atoms. In the pause before the bass hits. The unseen presence scream. Wake up inside the dream. The sky is no floor. You contain the devil found. We are stardust screaming through neon veins. Fractured light in electric chains. Drop into the void, let the chaos reign. Baseline baptism, erase the name. Welcome next time, everybody movement. Only movement. Guide right. Guide right. Guide right.
Even phone calls, you know,
Guide right.
and things, and said, hey, look, you know, I'm sorry, I bought into the bullshit. That there were so many people pushing this that I thought it was true. Blazing out now here we've got the backstory, we have seen the evidence. Yeah, I'm really sorry we partook in this, you know. And there has been so many, it's unbelievable. And there's been so many, well, I don't necessarily always want to say they're victims, but they kind of are, survivors that have managed to break away from some of this garbage and some of these particular people. And, you know, said, hey, I can't believe I did the horrible things I did. You know, I was, many of them used the I was under spell, I drank the Kool-Aid, and you know, some of them have even literally cried when we spoke. So, we're not talking 3 or 4 people, we're talking well over a dozen, probably close to 2 dozen that this shit has happened to. Once you disobey or you don't follow the rules that they lay down for you, again, like I said, you become the next target and you get thrown under the bus. And that's just the way they do it, and they've done this for many, many years to many people. It's a proven matter what you've done.
Look at Kelly. It's okay, Kelly. I know that he's
Okay, Kelly, we know how you Aussie men can be.
Hold on.
There was a shout out on some of the break.
Got pissed, and he then posted the exact same song, but it was a
I always knew what I wanted.
on the channel. So I mean, come on. And you know, he labeled her a Judas.
I thought it was in
Said
the
you betrayed
beginning.
me, you're a Judas. Many other people are should have Judas.
So it was covering a lot of bad stuff and a lot of old stuff at the top. And then that was the earlier song dedicated to Alex Almost made a song about years before. You know, gay, but he's like, whatever, if he's want to be gay, that's not my business. I just get going in the chat.
That's how Captain sucked the defense.
So
like
Thomas and
talking
Denise
back,
were, for a while,
really
they were mortal
overpowering.
enemies. They said some of the
Make sure that everybody
they said
knows
some
that
of the
and all of a
nastiest
sudden
shit
it's
about
like,
each other for quite a while. And then Thomas wrote a record, and he told Denise that it was to honor her
and then like
daughter.
a couple of weeks later,
And that was all it took to suck Denise in. And
yeah,
it, you know,
so that was like,
again, that's kind of his MO. He wrote a song supposedly dedicated to Pavana because he wanted her to do video collaboration work with him with some of his music. And so he wrote a song supposedly for her. And when she didn't acknowledge it or didn't give him all these grandiose kudos and all that, he got pissed. And he then posted the exact same song, but it was a death march. So you on his channel, so folks will, and you know, he labeled her as real, said, you think it's real, or do you think it's very ironical at the Judas first song after extend the step further and very eventually
It's the infrared, vibrating, shaped by unseen presence, unseen. Unseen.
That was so just commenting on the witching crew about chat, hearing and adding to our chat. No, what? Like talking down. Really, so that was the prediction that when was then Will on the live stream said, I don't know about Thomas, I don't really trust him, this and that. But after Will finished his stream, Hoax was messaged me. And he messages me and he goes, I'm very displeased with you. And I thought, you're very displeased with you. Why the fuck are you doing that?
So do you think the Hoax Wars and Adam Tobacco bromance is real? Do you think it's real? Or do you think it's just to extend the shit further and they're eventually going to have
Yes,
I never liked the idea of before, but this one I like.
You are the echo that forgot its origin. A waveform collapsing into observation. The watcher and the watch dissolve into one
we've
trembling
seen
question. Why
romances
does the
and
nothing
breakups,
insist on being
you
seen?
know,
The interval breathes between heartbeats,
within a lot of these
between
little
stars,
clips.
between thoughts.
So that's why myself personally, I would not be surprised if it's a way to gather more shit to try and put out there and
No border,
make
no
yourself
final
relevant
shore,
again, I
just
guess.
motion disguised as war, as love, as pain, as lore.
Yeah.
Feel the vibration in the spaces between atoms, in the pause before the
I
breeze.
don't have it.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. Be very good. Let me know, and I'll drop it. Feelings of I'd love to do with feelings of like, I reckon that would really like, yeah, oh, mind you, like, you guys are just, you know, he's destroyed, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not destroyed, you don't even know about the exit himself, his own actions, his no own choices.
So Phoenix says in the chat, Isaac stated in a video and a letter just before he
Anyway,
died that
there's
he was
also
made to believe he was a Judas.
a lot of videos.
I recall that.
I do, also Riza,
So, that's right, Thomas. I know more about that situation than you can imagine.
like 8 months.
Why would that be? Maybe because of a certain letter that was given to a certain three-letter agency with certain names on it. Yeah, the whole Isaac thing. Wow.
What's your name?
But I did see this.
I hope Thomas isn't the one that convinced Isaac he was a Judas, because that actually was what Isaac said. He had betrayed so many people. He was a Judas, and then he found out he was. So that would be pretty damaging. Mr. Thomas is true, has no idea
Okay,
about
I was in my basement, so y'all have a good one. Peace out.
the last domino
I want to go
falls.
see
They better hope
Stop
to
lying.
not adjacent to
Corey.
Thomas.
Stop lying.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Stay the fuck
I mean,
there.
if I was some of these people, I'd have ran quite some time ago and got as far away as I could get. But I guess some people don't have those IQs.
Yeah, when you were mentioned the Judas thing, just yeah, well,
Yeah, that Judas thing has been thrown at God.
yeah, that rang a bell with Isaac. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it Kathy? Thomas threw that at Pavana. Had emails. It was thrown at DeFango. And what was really strange about it is Thomas went into detail when he threw that Judas curse towards DeFango. He said DeFango was, in his last days, said he was going to have car trouble. He was going to go crazy. And that's kind of what happened to Isaac. He had car trouble. He broke down. He was there. He said he was a Judas. Lost it and jumped off the bridge, according to eyewitnesses. And so, yeah, that kind of made it even more freaky, because that's exactly the description of what Thomas told DeFango was going to happen to DeFango through that Judas curse toward DeFango.
Yeah, DeFango's an interesting character too. I remember when he was at Hoaxwell's Christmas store. He was there. You know,
Yeah.
that was one of the first Christmas stories before I even
Shaped by unseen presences.
So a lot of people I don't think understand that a lot of these characters have known each other for a decade or longer. I mean, Hoaxwell and Thomas, they go way back. Way back. Same with Penguin Thomas, and it's a lot of the same circle connected.
Yeah, that's why I found that stream that I was doing Thursday stream.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because he talks
That has no form.
but Jared talks Hoaxwell's involved in many shit. And
Yeah.
that was
I recall
then the
seeing a
best
lot
part
of those
about
people
all
like
of
back
this
in the
is,
Lepo days when Lepo was
doing all
on,
that crap
and it was
everybody else
also
does
another
when they steal somebody
scripted.
else's stream. You just kind of put spooky shit on the monitor, you know.
Well, in
Like,
terms of hostage
oh, look
clips,
at me.
I'm definitely
I'm
not
a
lacking on
spooky
that
fella.
regard in any case
He
whatsoever.
shows somebody else who's doing Omegle stuff that's a little questionable. I don't know what this content's all about, dude, but
Like I need some baby oil? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Then you just start popping open some Matrix windows, because you gotta get some shit going over here.
Hello. Why do you have such
Anyway.
an empty, sad room for a girl?
You guys,
I'm in
be
the
sure,
process of moving, but I have to say my room usually looks this empty.
don't forget,
That's a red flag.
take care now.
Okay.
If your room looks like
Bye-bye.
this, you know what that means.
What does it mean?
You probably have people in your basement like this.